10,000 Giga Shanghai-made Tesla cars spotted at Chinese port ready to ship to Europe. August 20, 2022. A record number of Tesla vehicles have been spotted at a Chinese port preparing for shipment. More than 10,000 Model 3s and Model Es will soon be moored off European coasts, delivering a record-breaking quarter. A massive new shipment of Tesla vehicles has been spotted by Wuhua YouTube at the Luqiao Port Shanghai Nangang Terminal, preparing to ship to Europe. Tesla will bring a huge surprise in Q3 2022 with Giga Shanghai ramping up production at a breakneck pace. According to @Sawyer Merritt Twitter, over 10,000 Tesla vehicles have been spotted at the port, making it the largest batch of Giga Shanghai-produced vehicles ever seen to date. Prior to this, the biggest batch of about 9,000 vehicles was spotted about 1 week ago. However, we all need to get used to the fact that in the future the factory will produce especially large batches of cars, as its production capacity continues to grow. After a recent upgrade, the installed capacity of Giga Shanghai is about 93,000 vehicles per month, which is about 1.1 million vehicles per year. Although the factory will not be able to immediately start producing such a volume of cars, it will take only a few weeks for it to fully establish production. However, a significant increase in production is already noticeable now, as every week the batches getting ready for shipment are getting bigger and bigger. Source reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tasmanian. My take: that is a lot of cars. The air rocking in China. Indonesia president wants a Tesla vehicle and battery factory in the country. August 20, 2022. Indonesia President Joko Jokowi Widodo doesn't just want a Tesla battery factory in the country. In recent comments, the official highlighted that he would also want Tesla to build an electric vehicle plant in Indonesia. This should help the Southeast Asian country become an even bigger force in the emerging electric vehicle market. It's not just Tesla, either. The president noted that he had similar expectations for carmakers like Ford, Hyundai, Suzuki, and Toyota, all of which have expressed their intentions to push electric and electrified vehicles in the coming years. With these comments, Jokowi highlighted his intention to ensure that Indonesia does not just become a raw material supplier in the age of EVs. Jokowi's comments were shared with Bloomberg News, which was able to get an interview with the official. What we want is the electric car, not the battery. For Tesla, we want them to build electric cars in Indonesia. We want a huge ecosystem of electric cars. The president said, electric vehicles are inevitable at this point. So countries that hold key resources in the production of EVs and their components have the opportunity to become the automotive world's next powerhouses. Indonesia is home to almost a quarter of the world's nickel reserves. So the country definitely has what it takes to become a key player in the sustainable transportation era. For Indonesia to accomplish this, however, the country would have to attract investors and carmakers willing to establish a presence in the country. A dedicated battery or vehicle factory from Tesla, the world's premier electric vehicle maker by a mile, would be a symbolic crown jewel of sorts for Indonesia and its EV ambitions. The Indonesian president, for his part, has noted that he is being careful not to rush the discussions with Tesla. It's still a discussion. Everything needs time. I don't want to be quick with no result. It needs intense communication, and the result will show. Jokowi said. Elon Musk appears to be more than willing to consider a Tesla factory in Indonesia. The Tesla CEO has already hosted Indonesian officials in Gigafactory Texas, and Musk himself has met Jokowi in person. Indonesian officials have also invited Musk to visit the country this November to explore opportunities for Tesla in the country. Source reposted and summarized from Simon Alvarez at Tesla RT. My take: I am sure if Jokowi offers Elon the right deal, he can have his factory. Tesla Giga Berlin plans to add third work shift in December 2022. August 20, 2022. Tesla Giga Berlin plans to add a third shift in December 2022 to keep the factory working 24 hours per day. Efforts aim to reach a production capacity of 5,000 Model Es per week by the end of 2022. Early 2023. Giga Berlin is Tesla's first European factory and will meet the demand for the company's vehicles throughout Europe in the future. Having started work in March 2022, the factory is currently in the stage of increasing mass production. Although supply chain problems in the spring, due to COVID-19 in China, have slowed progress, Tesla continues to actively ramp up production, gradually catching up, just a couple of months after the start of operations at Giga Berlin. In the second half of May, the factory began working in 2 shifts. Such a quick start of the second shift was made possible because, due to delays in obtaining final approval to start production, the team was able to prepare for work by testing all production processes and gaining experience in this. At the moment, the factory operates 16 hours a day and does not work at night, which obviously significantly slows down the pace of production ramp-up. However, the start of 24-hour operation could start as early as this year. The rumor that Giga Berlin could start working in 3 shifts starting in July appeared at the end of June. At that time, this information seemed unlikely, since the introduction of the third shift required a significant increase in the number of factory employees and the preparation of production lines for work 24 hours a day. As expected, the information remained only a rumor, and Giga Berlin continued to work in 2 shifts, but with a production capacity of 1,200 to 1,500 Model Es per week after the upgrade. Now Drive Tesla, citing its sources, has revealed that Giga Berlin plans to start operating in 3 shifts as early as December 2022. This change should allow the production of about 5,000 cars a week, or about 260,000 cars a year, according to Tesla CEO Elon Musk during the Q2 2022 earnings call. Giga Berlin and Giga Texas will almost certainly be able to produce 5,000 Model Es a week by the end of this year, or early 2023. In addition, he mentioned that the company aims to produce at these factories 10,000 vehicles per week per plant by the end of 2023, which equates to 520,000 vehicles per year. And so that's why I am confident we will get to 5,000 cars a week in Austin and Berlin by the end of this year or early next year, and probably but not certainly 10,000 cars a week at both locations by the end of next year. Source reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tasmanian. My take: the ramp-up is coming along nicely in both Berlin and in Texas. Tesla developing one of most powerful AI supercomputers worldwide. August 20, 2022. One of Tesla's keys to improving its driving assistance systems and developing future fully autonomous proposals. FSD is to have enough computing power to process the huge amount of data that comes from 3 million cars on the streets. As of August 2022. To meet this challenge, Tesla unveiled last year one of the world's most powerful artificial intelligence AI supercomputers. Now, after a GPU upgrade, it's even much more powerful. Tesla's original supercomputer configuration for AI basically had 720 nodes, each one consisting of 880 GB NVIDIA A100 GPUs, for a total of 5.760 GPUs. A graphics processing unit GPU is a specialized electronic circuit designed to manipulate and alter memory to accelerate the creation of images in a frame buffer intended for output to a display device. GPUs are used in cars, but also in embedded systems, mobile phones, personal computers, workstations, and game consoles. Modern GPUs are efficient at manipulating computer graphics and image processing. Their parallel structure makes them more efficient than general-purpose central processing units (CPUs) for algorithms that process large blocks of data in parallel. In a personal computer, a GPU can be present on a video card or embedded on the motherboard. With the recent addition of another 200 nodes of the same characteristic 1600 GPUs, Tesla's AI reaches a total of 920 nodes, which represents 7.360 GPUs. This update makes the cluster the 7th most powerful supercomputer in the world, as explained by Tim Zaman, Tesla's director of engineering, on Twitter. Although this capacity has not yet been publicly evaluated, the fact that the system cannot be evaluated means that it cannot officially be part of the top 500 of the most powerful supercomputers in the world. If it did, it would be up against systems with similar computing power, such as the Perlmutter 6.144 NVIDIA A100 GPUs or the Selene 4.480 A100 GPUs. However, Tesla at the moment does not open the door for this to be allowed. Although beyond the aforementioned ranking, the important thing is the benefit that the company can take from this system that will precede a much more ambitious one, called Dojo, that is supposed to be ready by the end of this year. But exactly what role does the supercomputer play within Tesla? The evolution of autonomous driving systems, at least as proposed by Tesla, requires the parallel development of many fields. Precisely because what must be achieved is that a car reacts like a human being or even better in any driving situation. Thus, the firm trains deep neural networks in problems that affect everything from perception to control through the raw images captured by many of its cars currently circulating on the streets. This Tesla supercomputer basically performs semantic segmentation, object detection, and monocular depth estimation in digital image processing and computer vision. Image segmentation is the process of partitioning a digital image into multiple image segments, also known as image regions or image object sets of pixels. The goal of segmentation is to simplify or change the representation of an image into something that is more meaningful and easier to analyze. Image segmentation is typically used to locate objects and boundaries, lines, curves, etc. in images. More precisely, image segmentation is the process of assigning a label to every pixel in an image such that pixels with the same label share certain characteristics. In addition, they learn from the situations of actual human driving on the spot. This way, broadly speaking, Tesla can improve driving assistance systems in its Model Y Model 3 S and X through updates and point in the direction of the long-awaited fully autonomous driving system, FSD, which Elon Musk has been speaking about for a long time. And of course, there's a lot of other technologies embedded in cars, like machine vision cameras, autonomy algorithms which algorithmically design accurate real-world terrain data, and FSD chips that run autonomous driving software. As we can see, manufacturing the EV cars of the present and the future inevitably requires exploring new areas. Supercomputing and artificial intelligence are two of the great pillars of Tesla. The company is so involved in them that, in addition to promoting the aforementioned technologies, it is one of the sponsors of the Machine Learning and Systems Conference in Santa Clara, California, and on September 30th, just like every year, we'll celebrate Tesla AI Day, where it will reveal its latest developments in the field and how it is applying them to enhance its current and future IT plans. We might even get to see the Optimus robot for the first time. Source reposted and summarized from Nicholas Caballero at Talk News. My take: if Tesla uses this computer to solve general AI, they will become Choem.